there, I'm Diana Dobrin. I'm Urban Innovation Lead at UrbanizeHub here in Bucharest, Romania. We're an organization focusing on participatory urbanism and sustainable innovation for cities. When it comes to temporary uses here in Bucharest, I think we have a lot of potential. There are plenty of buildings, both on the public side and on the private side, that are left abandoned, that they're not used or that they are really underused. And I think there's a lot of potential because we're also struggling with making space for public spaces, for green spaces, for people, and essentially trying to look at all of these unused spaces and turn them into something that's more community driven, that's kind of being used in more of an inclusive way. Would be a really good thing for Bucharest. I think we have a few good projects, we have good people who are working on this, but I think the topic all in all is still very much at the beginning in Bucharest. I think a really good way to enable this in Bucharest would be to focus more on public-private partnerships. I think when it comes to meanwhile spaces and temporary uses, getting the private sector in would be a really good way of piloting and testing how these spaces could be utilized up until the moment they're developed, or for spaces that are simply left unused and that are sitting around. I think this sort of framework of partnership would be very beneficial for Romania. In terms of learning, I'm very curious to see how some of the temporary use cases have actually been developed further and scaled. So I think for us here in Bucharest, it's quite interesting to have these as more pop-up events or temporary activations, but I haven't really seen a lot of places that have started from a temporary use and actually ended up being permanently developed in a way that was aligned to the temporary use. So I'm quite curious to learn this from other areas in Europe.